Hello there, it's Carrie Rhoades here. Welcome back to the Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. I am excited to be back on the channel after being gone at Scrapbook Expo for a few weeks, and I'm going to be making this pumpkin shape card using the pumpkin shape card die set, and we're going to hide a little gift card in it. This is the shape card die itself, and there are layers you can add on there to bring it to life, like this pumpkin layer, but there's also pieces you can choose to make a face and make a jack-o'-lantern, but I'm going to make mine more Thanksgiving, elegant, pretty, and we're going to use this hot foil background and some gold. I think actually this is brass hot foil, and hot foil this on our background. So we're going to do all the like pretty things and then do the die cutting and then turn this into a card. So I have this on my Glimmer hot foil system that has been heated up. Actually, I like to put my plate down and my foil down on my paper while it's heating up, and then when it's heated, I go ahead and pull it off and run it through, and the next time I use it, I would do the whole timer thing. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, so this background is run through. I think this plate is like a ceramic tile. I don't remember the name of it. I'm going to link it for you below though. So if you love it because it's so pretty, you can click on it, check it out, and all of those things. All right, so I'm taking Salvaged Patina Distress Oxide ink and my Blending Buddy brush, and I'm going to go right over the top of this, and I'm not looking for solid color, but it's a good way to get colored paper with hot foiling if you don't have the right color or the paper doesn't work with hot foiling, because some colored cardstock is not smooth enough to do hot foiling. So I liked mine a little lighter here, a little darker there. I like that look. I buffed off any excess ink that might have been sitting on top of the foil because it will not stick. You just need to buff it off. And now I'm going to die cut that detailed pumpkin layer for my card from this. And you can see it cuts the lines into it. There's also this like squiggly die, and that is used to cut the top of the pumpkin off. Now you could leave it attached just like this, but we're going to hide a gift card in it. So I'm going to snip it away, and we're going to use that as a removable lid that we attach to the gift card. All right, so now that those are die cut, I wanted to add a little bit more color to this and dust the edges with a darker color. So you can see I have my Blending Buddy brush that I've assigned to blue, and I'm using Uncharted Mariner Distress Oxide ink on those edges. And once I just dust the edges with the color, there's some places like it didn't blend super smooth, and it is really, you know, kind of harsh against this Salvaged Patina. So I'm going to just grab the other brush that I used for Salvaged Patina and just kind of go back over those edges and soften them out a little bit. I'm not adding any more ink, although if you really needed to, you could do that. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the little topper, this piece right here. So because I have a big brush, you can see I'm just trying to ink up the very edge, and I'm just kind of touching alongside the edge and dragging the color off, and that's going to give me the look that I want. And you know, go back, buff it a little bit, and all the things, and it turns out so beautiful. I just love the gold hot foil with these colors. I think it's really elegant for Thanksgiving, and I also think Thanksgiving is a really good time to send cards to your friends. Right? Let them know that you're thankful for them. And I think it's just a nice little reminder, a nice like special thing to do for someone. So there's the pumpkin. It's looking really good, but wouldn't it look better with some splatter? Yes, you're right, it would. So I have my metallic watercolor here, and I just try to pick the gold that I thought was going to match this pumpkin the best, because there's two here. And then I pick it up with a little splattery paintbrush. Like the bristles are kind of scraggly, I would call them. And then I just drag it along the edge of my paper, or actually it's a window sheet, to splatter it onto my paper. Now you can see here I'm adding some tape. That's because once I cut that piece away, some of those pieces are now loose. So I needed to tape that in place. So I just use my, you know, craft tape there, but you could use Scotch tape, whatever. I have a like issue with Scotch tape. It disappears in my house, like my children eat it or something. I don't even know. So I have to use my yellow tape. That's fine. Here is the card shape itself. It just makes this to have that base layer where you don't have to put it on the fold of your card. You can just die cut the whole piece. Love it. All right, so for my stem, I decided to be crazy and use some gold foil paper to go with my gold hot foil, and this is coming together like a decor piece I want to put on my mantle. It's so pretty. Okay, now here's like the secret part of making this gift card holder. I die cut that pumpkin from some craft foam, and then you can see the little pieces are segmented. So I'm going to keep the outer two pieces, and then I'm just going to cut like the center section away and make this kind of U-shaped piece. This is going to raise that panel up off of my card just a little. You could use some type of foam tape, but this is just a little bit thinner, so I liked this better. You could even do this with cardstock, you could do this with like thin chipboard, anything like that, but you need it raised up a tiny bit for that gift card to go in and out of this hidden pocket. So that's why I used the fun foam. And then those centerpieces I'll just use, you know, somewhere else on another project. So I'll glue that into place. It lines up perfectly with that base piece, and then that's the pocket for the gift card, just like that. And now in order to pull it out, we're going to attach that top piece right to the gift card. Now this can be removed. It might mean the card is not intact later, and I know as a card maker that's devastating. So if you don't like that, you might think of another way to attach this. Like it might get ripped off, you know? Maybe you put another piece underneath this, so when the gift card's removed, you would still have a stem. You would still have that topper, and then they could keep the card forever, because that's what everyone does. They keep our cards forever. Just repeat that to yourself and you'll feel better about giving cards away. Okay? Yeah, it works. Okay, now we're bringing in the Papercrafting Magic stamp set. This has all the words you need for interactive cards. Push, pull, all of those things. Shake. It's awesome. And then I am bringing in this tag die set and using the tiniest tag, I think it's called Tiny Tags, and die cutting out the word pull. And this is just going to be kind of like a decorative element at the top of my pumpkin. So I'm going to attach it with a glue dot here. And then I happen to have this pre-tied bow in my little drawer of scrap twine, and it's like cream colored with gold. It was already tied, so I just grabbed it and decided that's what I'm using because it's there, and it just makes it look like kind of like a tag there. I mean, it is a tag, but you know what I mean, like like it has a price tag maybe. Yeah, I thought it was cute. All right, and now we need to add our sentiment. So I have Simply Sentimental Thankful here. I am going to use the stamp set for the sub sentiment, but I want to use the dies for the main word. I want to die cut out the word thankful from some gold mirror paper like my stem is, and I'm going to do that with a little bit of rip and stick sheet on the back. So I'm turning this delicate thin die cut into a sticker. Then I don't have to worry about tiny dots of glue, letting that seep out, getting on my fingers and on other places. Like, no, you just stick it down like a sticker, and I love it. I use my rip and stick sheets so much for die cuts like this. So I put that onto a blue matte layer, and now it's time for the sub sentiment that says for you. So my card will say thankful for you. Isn't that cute? And it has a gift card, and you could just put anything in there that would make your friends smile. But of course, like Starbucks, right? That's a good one, especially this time of year. It's getting colder. Go get yourself a warm drink. I love it. So that is the outside of my card, but I can't just be done without embellishing. So I have some like kind of off-white, almost vanilla, but also translucent sequins here. They're just really pretty. Yeah, and I'll link those for you below as well. If you haven't been to the Trinity Stamps shop lately and checked out the embellishments, you should know they have over 500 embellishments. So there's something for everyone, and if you like that particular embellishment, chances are it comes in multiple colors. So check it out. Then I am making a little something for the inside. This is another die combination in this same pumpkin shaped die set. So I'm cutting out this little piece here. I'm going to cut out this tiny ellipse, and this might give it away. It's a flame. So these three pieces together are going to create a little tea light candle. Yes, and I have used this in a pumpkin. It's actually a jack-o'-lantern shaped card with the candle light from Pear Blossom Press. So you could push it and turn on the light, and then you blow it out. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the candle lights, I will link them for you below. There's a video on the Trinity Stamps channel and the website for the blowout candle. If you haven't seen it, you have to check it out. I made a really cool cupcake card that you can blow out the candle. So make sure you check out that video if you have yet to do so. It's, like I said, linked for you below, and then I'll link it at the end of this video as well. So I'm adding a sentiment from the Watts Up stamp set, and I'm going to emboss that with gold. And I have to say, like, this card is already made, and I'm embossing on the inside. I don't recommend this, okay? But this is what I did. I got my gun like super hot, and then I'm embossing it like just little bits at a time. I don't want to warp my card because, you know, like I said, it's already done. I've already glued everything together. There's a gift card. There's a tea light in there. So yeah, I just was really careful, didn't overheat it. So here's the completed card. You know, am not one to like usually really toot my own horn, but I love how this card turned out. I think it's so pretty. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and you have now a new way to use the pumpkin shape card. Here is one I did for Halloween with the jack-o'-lantern face on it, also with a hidden gift card. And here's the jack-o'-lantern with the candlelight in it. Isn't that fun? Thank you so much for stopping by and letting me share this creation with you. I am so happy to be back on the channel after traveling and meeting some of you at Scrapbook Expo. Thanks for seeing us, and we'll be back at Scrapbook Expo next year. So check your calendars and come find us. Thanks for watching and happy stamping. Bye.